Next up is Commissioner Precinct 1. Coming up first is Audra Miller.
I don't know if any of you saw that my daughter passed me a note a minute ago. Let me read it to you. It says, "I may not be too smart. I left my purse back there with a bunch of politicians." Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that. I'm going to stand behind this podium so I don't fall down, and I'm going to read from my notes because Mr. Obama did not loan me his teleprompter. Speaking of Mr. Obama, I've got one for you. Did you know that McDonald's now has an Obama value meal? You can order anything on the menu you want, and the guy behind you has to pay for it. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. I was recently discussing this election with a friend, and I told her, being the only woman in the race, I really felt like I was the underdog. She said, "Audra, if you're the underdog, you're the bulldog." That same bulldog spirit has helped me become one of the few women to play in collegiate sports. It inspired me to set aside my career and become a cheerleader and an advocate for my son when he was diagnosed with autism. This opened doors for me to become an advocate for local families. This led me to serve on the BISD Budget Committee, the board of the Boys and Girls Club, the Kendall County Child Service Board. I'm a Kendall County 4-H goat leader. I'm also the Golden Clover Award recipient for last year. I'm a Red Cross volunteer, and I was the recipient of the Bexar County United Way Volunteer of the Year, and I don't even live in Bexar County. I have had the pleasure of volunteering and raising money for the Bernie Volunteer Fire Department, the Kendall County MS, Bernie Burgess Fest, the Kendall County Fair Association, and the Junior Livestock Association, and most importantly, our schools. I publish a magazine that highlights our schools and the community and resources for local families. Now, why should any of this matter to you? Because we need a bulldog who will work hard to make sure our local government uses its tax dollars wisely. Someone who will promote responsible growth and at the same time protect our natural resources so you can still flush your toilet. That will work with Kendall County service organizations and make sure your needs are met. That will not only use multimedia communications to keep you informed, but will also go to your homeowners association meetings and come and sit at your kitchen table and talk to you about your needs. I will especially be committed to working with our local firefighters, paramedics, and law enforcement agencies to ensure public safety. Now I have a question for you. If you heard that a teacher in this school was selling used cars all day long when you were paying them to teach, how would that make you feel? It is time to ask my opponents if they are willing to be a full-time commissioner, or if you will be paying them a salary larger than many of the teachers make in this very school to be a part-time commissioner. It is time to elect someone who is less concerned about promoting their own business and more concerned about the citizens of Kendall County. I have the community service that proves I can do this job. Again, I hope you vote me to be your bulldog on the court.
Thank you very much, Audra. Next up for Commissioner Precinct 1 is Michael Fincke.
Thank you and good evening. My name is Mike Fincke and I'm running for Kendall County Commissioner in Precinct 1. To tell you a little bit about myself and family. I'm married and have two sons, Rusty and Michael. My wife, Stephanie, has been a great help to me as a teacher with the Bernie Independent School District. I'm a member of St. Peter's the Apostle Catholic Church. I have lived in Kendall County for over 50 years. My family has been here for many generations. I am currently employed with the City of Castle Hills and have been with them as a firefighter for over 36 years. I've been the assistant chief for the past 10 years. I also operated Fincke Welding with my father, Arnold Fincke, for over 25 years until it closed in 2003. I was a member of the Bernie Volunteer Fire Department for 35 years. I was also a member of Bernie Burgess Fest for 8 years, and I'm a past president. I was with Kendall County EMS and currently a member of Ducks Unlimited. The experience gained in numerous positions with the Bernie Fire Department, assistant chief, and president will be a huge asset to me as a county commissioner. I've already worked together with city and county officials on budgeting, long-range planning, special projects, and day-to-day operations. As the assistant chief in Castle Hills, my responsibilities also include administration, employee supervision, incident command, and maintenance operation. As a firefighter, fire inspector, and fire investigator, I deal with the public every day. So I'm experienced in communicating with many types of people in many different situations. I have a unique appreciation for Kendall County. Having lived here almost my entire life, I've seen the many changes that have taken place over the years. Heck, I still remember when there was only one stoplight in Vernon. One of the biggest challenges facing the county is the issue of growth. And closely tied to that growth are the issues of resource management, especially water and economic growth and development. My goal is to help the city and county work together to plan for and manage this growth for the benefit of all the county residents. I will take a common sense approach to county government and administration. I am honest and a proven leader. I am willing to listen and am not afraid to speak my mind. In fact, people always know where they stand with me because I'm very open about what I think. Since I decided to run for commissioner, I have been attending the county commissioner meetings in order to become more familiar with the people and the process involved. When I am elected, I will retire from Castle Hills and devote full time to the position of county commissioner. My office door will always be open and I will be available for people to come talk, ask questions, give ideas, or make comments. With your vote and your support, I will do everything within my power to ensure that Kendall County remains a great place to live. When elected, I will have a responsibility to represent all residents of Kendall County. It will be a privilege and an honor to serve you as Kendall County Commissioner. Thank you, and please vote Mike Fincke, Kendall County Precinct 1 Commissioner.
Thank you, Mike, very much. Next up, Jacques Dubose.
Good evening. My name is Jacques Dubose. I'm a candidate for Precinct 1 County Commissioner. I'd like to thank you all for giving up your time on a night when you could do other things, but you have a passion and care to be here to hear about the candidates, so I appreciate you being here. A little bit about myself. First, I'd like to just thank and acknowledge the lovely and gracious Annalise back there, who's taking care of the probably cutest little Kendall County Republican we have now, my new son back there. I'd like to thank her for all her support. My family, I'm raising my family here, and I really feel it's important that we have a future for our children. The reason I'm running is I've been on the city council for about 6 years, and I want to continue to serve in a greater way. I want to work with the city and the county to enhance that relationship. I think I can bring a lot to the table. Just to let you know a little bit about me, I joined the Navy out of high school, did a career in the world's finest Navy. After retiring from the Navy, I came back to Texas, finished up my education. I got a master's degree in business and did a concentration in public administration. I really feel like the public administration aspect helped me when I was elected to city council in 2006. Because having that background, we had 3 new council members. We were pretty green. I felt like it gave me a leg up. I've enjoyed serving the city and the citizens of Bernie. And again, I want to work on a greater level on what's going on in the county. Some of the issues are water and growth and economic development. I've worked with the EDC and worked with some local businesses. In fact, I saw some people from local businesses that we are a real success with the Economic Development Corporation. Texas Star Nut and Foods is one company who came to me and they had an issue about what they were going to do. They had a project, they were going to grow, they were going to move. They had a turnkey opportunity to go to San Antonio. So I met with them, took them to the EDC, met with the city manager, and the city put together a plan that worked to keep that local business here. They doubled their footprint. They added more jobs. That's jobs that our kids can have, jobs and employees that live here and spend money here can help our tax base. So I think it's important that we can really enhance the quality of life and create jobs for the future of Bernie. Another thing I'd like to focus on is water. The city of Bernie is doing well with water issues. The county, there's some areas where we have water that's already committed from GBRA, the Guadalupe Blanco River Authority. And that water is committed, but some of these developments have been kind of bogged down and haven't happened. What I'd like to make sure we do is if that water is not going to go to that development, we find a way to keep that water here in Kendall County. Because that water that's allocated, once it leaves, we probably won't get that back. So it's very vital. There's another thing we can do to educate the public. We have some folks here that are heavily involved in rainwater harvesting. That's a big issue that we can work on for the county to help the citizens and educate them and how that can benefit them. Believe it or not, there's some folks, I was talking to a gentleman the other day, I think he's in the audience. Travis was telling me he can go 220 days, I believe, without rain and have enough water. So that's pretty amazing. So we need to look at other resources and things that we can do. Infrastructure is a big thing. As you know, the Herf Road bond was passed, I believe, last May. They're working on that project. They haven't turned dirt on it yet. But that's a vital infrastructure project that's got to happen the right way. That's going to enhance business in Bernie. That's going to bring more jobs to Bernie, more tax dollars, more sales tax in Kendall County. Another thing we need to focus on is ways that we can work with Tapatio. As you know, there's some new folks out there, George Strait and Tom Kusick, and I've met with them several times. I've met with the city, I've met with the county, the EDC, and I think a healthy Tapatio is good for Bernie and Kendall County. So there's a lot of things we can do in working together. Jacques Dubose, votedubose.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Next up is Charlie Boyd the Fourth.
I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. I see a lot of people in this room that I consider friends, a lot of familiar faces, and some people I just haven't had the opportunity to meet yet. And I appreciate you spending your evening with us. I've stayed active in Bernie. I've stayed active in the business community through the Chamber of Commerce, through the Ambassadors Council. I've been a business owner. I've represented business owners, and I've represented individuals as an insurance agent. I will also bring a higher level of professionalism and work ethic to the Commissioner's Court, and I will make sure the county's business comes first. The challenge and opportunity for us now is, what do we want Kendall County to be like for the next 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years? I want to make sure Kendall County is a place that my children can live here, work here, and someday raise a family here. My wife Karen and I moved to Bernie in 2003, and we discovered, like most people, what a great place Kendall County was to live and raise our 2 children. In that short time, we've seen many changes in our community, some positive and some not so much. Over the last 2 years, I've had the opportunity to serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission with the City of Bernie. There, where I've gained experience in dealing with growth and the pressures and demands it puts on our community, and at times has divided our community. A county commissioner has a responsibility of managing the county's ever-growing budget, which for 2012 was geared at $24.5 million. They also have the responsibility to provide policy direction for the county. I want to see a new mindset to the Commissioner's Court. We have to be proactive in preserving and protecting Kendall County's future needs and services. We have to be the kind of county that wants to develop in a positive way. We no longer can hope the doors will shut behind us and growth will not come, because there is no door to shut and it will happen. We need to prepare for it, educate, and manage the type of growth that can benefit all the county residents. Businesses bring jobs and services to the county. Excuse me. They also keep money in Kendall County. Our local businesses boost our economy. That is why it is so important for us to be good partners, not only with the Economic Development Corporation, the City of Bernie, and Comfort, because we all have to be on the same page with development. I want to make it easier for the people of Kendall County to get involved and follow along with what the Commissioner's Court is doing for them. One of the things I will do is host quarterly meetings within the precinct so people that cannot attend the regularly scheduled Commissioner's Court meetings on Mondays can still have the opportunity to be kept informed of the county's business and have the right to be heard. And for me to ask a simple question, what can I do for you? And that is why my family and I are asking for your support to bring open representation, open government, and open communication to Kendall County. And thank you again for coming out. Remember, Charlie Boyd for County Commissioner, Precinct 1. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charlie.